Welcome back, one and all. JAYBONE here, and alongside me, Mr. CM Stylez, gonna go down the Walking Dead season 7, episode number 5, Go Getters. But first of all, how you doing tonight, dude?
I am doing great. I am wired, excited, ready to talk about Go Getters, and I'm ready for my little vacation that's coming up here. This is what we can call our Thanksgiving edition show.
Yeah, sure. I didn't bring any of the trimmings or the stuffing or the bird.
I brought 2.
I got two too, but that'd be kind of rude to do to our our viewers. So we'll put those away for now. Yeah. So I've been quite under the weather lately, and finally within the last couple of days, I've been up for doing this again. So yeah, trying to knock out a few vids before the holiday hits us, and Black Friday and all that holiday goodness. So, dude, before we dive into some bullet points from this episode, what did you think of this episode? Did you like this? Did you not? It was a little more downtoned, not so like on the edge of your seat like the last few kind of have been. What did you think, dude?
Yeah, this was very, slowed down compared to what we've seen in the last several weeks. We got to see the Hilltop story, what was going on with Maggie since the fallout of, the death of her husband, Glenn. And, of course, we got to see Sasha, on the fallout from the death of her fiance or soon-to-be fiance, Abraham. And we saw a lot of corruption, or more like a political view from Gregory, because he's trying to play politics with the Saviors. We did see the Saviors played a mindset on him, and we'll talk a lot about that here in a little bit. But yeah, I thought this was a very decent episode. I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to just kind of kick. I mean, there was some action with the walkers when the walkers did get let into the hilltop, and Jesus and Sasha and a few others had to actually bust into action. The highlight for that, though, for me personally, other than watching, Jesus's, parkour ninja skills, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, I gotta say, Thomas Paine is pretty good doing this role. I didn't know anything about the guy, but seeing what he's able to do, go from one story to the next, and that means going down. That was pretty impressive. I'm scared of heights in a way, so you would never see me do any type of parkour. So, but
yeah, that's right, because he actually shimmied down the outside of the building instead of making his way through the house, which would have wasted more time. He realized that he had to jump into action like 5 seconds ago, get down to the ground, and start whooping ass, which was awesome. And then, of course, we find out how tough, and B, how stubborn Maggie is. Oh, my God, dude. Freaking all of a sudden, the tractor just running over. Well, first of all, not first of all, but she ran over that car, taking the car out, because that thing was just like one big armored thing that you would have needed a freaking blowtorch to get inside to shut it down. And she just ran the thing over, and she's just running over, dozens of walkers walking through the gate. Dude, that was badass.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Like you said, stubborn indeed. I don't want to say this is all pregnant women, but the way that they scripted this on her, and I'm sure we're gonna get some thumbs down for that one, but it's all right.
If anything, I think it's not an insult; it's a compliment.
Yeah, instead of being stubborn, I could have went into the whole term of ice cream and pickles, but I don't think you see that much in the apocalypse. But
depending on how long Maggie makes it through this pregnancy, We might see a Pickle episode here and there. I don't know.
Well, we did see Pickles, what was it, last episode, or no, 2 episodes ago, when Dwight was taking supplies off of that dead guy's little chest. And of course, his wife was pregnant. You know, the guy's, surviving wife was pregnant with their second child.
Oh, yeah.
Go back and watch that episode again, because we'll go back on Easy Street. But
oh god,
I could talk about this all day. But yeah, this episode itself, Maggie, overcoming the odds of being pregnant, knowing that did she lose her child or not, being stubborn, but being very, very brave at the same time, using that tractor like you said and destroying the car plus some walkers in a way. I gotta say, I admire the hell out of her character and the way she carries herself, being a pregnant woman in the apocalypse. That makes me more than proud to support pregnant women around the world that can actually do this in tough situations.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've known pregnant women to do some crazy awesome things, still, working, 40 plus hours a week and whatnot. And yeah, doing all sorts of crazy brave things. So yeah, we learned that Maggie is safe. She is alive and she's getting rest, even though she's, like I said, she's stubborn. We also find out what was wrong with her. The doctor told her that she had, and I don't remember exactly what the term was, but something to
like a separation of a placenta.
Yeah, the placenta from the uterine wall. Is that what it was?
Yeah, somewhere around the uterus.
Yeah, for wherever the placenta is attached inside the womb. The womb. That's what I'm looking for. But he said it was just a small amount that was separated. So in order to not further any more damage to the placenta detaching from the inside of the womb, he Tracy's watching something. Sorry. Oh yeah. He told her she had to be on rest, and she's supposed to be watching something real good. Either that or she's on the phone. I don't know. But anyway, sorry about that. Gotta love Tracy. And I also told her that one of these times I'm going to invite her on here to help with a review sometime, because she is also quite the Walking Dead fan. So sometime I'll surprise all you folks watching, and we'll get her on here, because I would love to get.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'd love to get her opinion on this, because
my wife is trying to get into the show as well.
Oh, well, she's got a lot of catching up to do, man.
Oh, I know, all 7 seasons.
Right? Time to binge watch the hell out of it. So another bullet point I would talk about is Gregory's character. And what a slime ball he is. Oh my goodness. Talk about someone. Okay, number one, it looks like he's got a drinking problem. That's not good, because he's got a lot of stuff stocked away for a rainy day, which it's all gone now. So yeah, you can tell he was upset about that. Number two, the fact that he doesn't even care about keeping someone whose health is at risk, or 2 people's health is at risk. Talk about Maggie and her unborn child, and just you could stay the night and then you're gone. And just his lack of respect for people, that he can't even remember people's names and calling them basically like Joe Schmo. It's like, dude.
He was the same way in the comic book, and I didn't like him then. And you're not going to like him down the road as well. Now that we know that Maggie's pretty much a part of the Hilltop, she's now a part of the family, or as they call it, the happy dysfunctional family. I'm not going to spoil anything right now, because we don't know if it's going to come on TV. More than likely it will, but you know, you're going to think of him as a huge asshole even more. And like you said, as a slime ball, you know, this guy's trying to, he thinks he's a politician, that he can even things out between the Hilltop, Alexandria, and the Saviors. You do not work deals out with the Saviors because they don't care about your deals. What they want is half of your shit, and what half of your shit is can be everything.
Oh yeah, just chop a damn building in half and give it. You know, it's
he had it easy compared to what Negan did last week to Alexandria, where he said half of your shit means whatever I want it to be. Which means he could take everything. Like, I got a big old bag of medications right here. And guess what? He could take the whole bag and leave me one bottle and tell me to survive off of that, because these resources are valuable. And when there's a numbers game played on you, they can use that to manipulate you, intimidate you, scare the hell out of you, and do whatever the hell they want to do to get your stuff. Yeah. And that's a scary world.
One thing, when I was writing my notes down, the gentleman that was taking the lead in Negan's group that showed up.
Simon,
thank you. Wow, that guy. Jeez Louise. Talk about creepy times, creepy level 9,000, dude.
If you don't know him at all, I suggest you chalk up on a game called Grand Theft Auto 5 and look up the name Trevor Phillips. You will know who I'm talking about. Most of the fan base
I've seen that comparison online.
Trevor Phillips,
I'm not a big game player, but
same characters, same look, same everything. And I gotta say, seeing him transform from a video game to an actual TV series made it even more organic to, you know, to contemplate a character like this, because it's like he's nice. And then after a while, like, as I said, for nice, we'll say this. When you mentioned the whole alcohol thing, and Gregory ratted out Maggie and Sasha, and they opened the hallway door, and all the alcohol was in there, and all of a sudden he's like, he didn't want the scotch, but Negan likes the scotch.
Yeah.
And he was like, can you put it back in there? He was like requesting him to put it back in there. But then he was like, wait a minute, I'm a savior. I shouldn't have to say, I shouldn't have to ask. You're going to do it. Something in myself. I love that character from left to right, man. And I got to say, Simon is the best right-hand man that you can find in any series now. I'm sorry he takes over, the roles of Abe and Daryl and even Glenn in terms of that type of leadership.
Oh, I hear you. Now, does he do the voice of that guy in that video game too?
Yes, he is the He is the voiceover for his own character.
Oh, and he is. Okay.
Like, I have a poster right here. Like, they did even the facial scan to where it looked identical to his, to his actual look.
Oh, okay.
And it's really badass. Like, I don't care what kind of person you are, if you're into games or not. If you don't play games, go to YouTube and just look up GTA 5 Trevor Phillips. Even just looking up Trevor Phillips himself, just his character on there is more insane than what he is on The Walking Dead. And it's just like, wow. I mean, he did some pretty sane, stunts for this game, and it's just woo.
Yeah, he's quite the character in the show, and we're just breaking the ice on this one. So yeah, I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of him coming in episodes in the future. Another thing I want to touch on is Carl, how he's trying so hard. Like, Rick wants to fight back. I know he does. Yes, but he's so emotionally broken down because of everything. He doesn't want to he's trying to play it smart right now. He doesn't want to do something and end up having more people hurt in the rebound from something that he does. So he's playing it safe right now, and it's understandable. And other people are looking at him like, what the hell is the matter with you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Carl's having a really hard time with this. And we see that, and it especially comes to ahead as well. We'll get to another section of this in a second, but like at the end of the episode where we see him actually in the back of the truck, and we don't only see that, we see Jesus jumps in too, and he starts dumping out the liquor out the back of the truck, and it's like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? It's like, you are really asking for trouble. Like, if you get caught, you're dead. Seriously.
Exactly. And that was right there. That was the Negan truck too, as they said.
Yeah. And that's which means, I mean, I can't even imagine what's going to happen. I mean, this is The Walking Dead. So you automatically think the worst things, of course, like, okay, they get caught, they're dead. But obviously we don't hope that. You know, Jesus is a great character. Carl, obviously one of the top loves of the show, especially, you know, because he is one of the last original characters from season/episode 1.
Yeah.
You know? And the fact that he, you know, so he wants to play it safe as well with Enid, and he's trying to protect her, and he hates the fact that she keeps running away.
Yeah.
And because she's now, I'm trying to like remember all this stuff about Enid's character. Is she originally from the Hilltop?
No, she's not actually in the comic, I don't believe. I don't remember seeing her at all. Basically,
so I'm trying to remember like why she wanted to go back to the Hilltop.
Why she wanted to go back there, I don't know why she wanted to go back there. I think she just wanted to go there. I wouldn't be surprised if she did go there, you know, between, you know, episodes that we haven't paid attention to, because she is known for running off, like you said. Basically, the role of her is more like she's taken over the role of that little girl that died. I can't remember her name. Sophia. She's basically playing that role, except, you know, there's a love interest in this one. But in a comic, you know, Sophia and Carl are more like brother and sister. So it would be kind of creepy if a brother and sister kind of kissed and made out the way they did in this, you know. But
yeah, it's really cute. It's like, you know, I was sitting next to Tracy watching this episode tonight before we went live here, and it's like, oh, it's like, wait a minute, is that Carl's first screen kiss on TV? I think it is.
Yeah, that was his first kiss, and might be his last.
Well, considering where he is now, but let's try to stay hopeful. And I mean, obviously he's a brave character. Let's hope he doesn't do something too insanely stupid. Let's hope that. I'm hoping that before they get back to wherever they're going, which is obviously
the sanctuary.
The sanctuary. Thank you. You know, hopefully with Jesus being back there, he's probably going to spill a few more bottles of liquor just to, you know, get Simon in trouble, because Simon's such a jerk. That he'll talk. He'll talk Carl into jumping out of the back of the truck. Hopefully. What do you think, dude?
I see, if anything, I see Jesus doing like you said with the whole liquor pouring out until they get to the sanctuary. There could be a possibility where Jesus either finds the location of this place and he joins Carl, or he just bails out. So that way the saviors, you know, don't realize, oh, well, hey, Jesus was in the back there, you know, let's go after him or something. But I see Carl, you know, living up to his standard where he wants to find Negan and the saviors. And right now everyone's on a journey to find the sanctuary. But Yeah, I think both Jesus and Carl are going to end up, going to this compound, and Jesus will probably end up jumping out prior to getting there, so that way he sees it from a distance where exactly it's at. And then Carl, being the brave little kid he is, I don't know if he's armed or not. There was no weapons shown in the vehicle, but
well, I think he's got a knife on him.
A knife, maybe a 9mm as well.
Maybe.
Or no, he doesn't have a 9mm. That's right, because Negan took all their guns.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So yeah, whatever they have right now, wow, this is going to be rough, man, because they're trying to make it as close to the comic as possible, but now it's to the point of where it's going to become unpredictable.
Yeah. And I never read the comics, so don't give anything away as far as what you think is going to happen, because I don't know if what's going on with Jesus being in the back of the truck with Carl, does that happen in the comics?
See, it's been a while. The only thing I remember was it was just Carl. I don't remember seeing Jesus at all.
Okay.
It was Carl being brave, which is why I'm saying this whole thing with Jesus kind of threw things off.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll cut that off there because we don't want to give anything away for those who, and I don't want to know either, and I'm sure someday I'm going to read the comics just for the sake of saying, oh, I read the comics, but because I do enjoy reading comic books. I just haven't done it in so long. It was like back in high school I used to collect comics, and that was 20 plus years ago.
There's 160. Just like binge watching the series, you got to binge read the whole entire comic.
Oh yeah. Well, and they've got the comic, what do they call that? The collections out there, like several of them put together. What do they call those?
Usually they call them like for the Alien series I have, they call them an omnibus.
Okay.
Basically, it's like multiple, chapters and series put into one. But I would rather call it a compilation series.
Yeah, there's some other term I'm thinking of. I can't think of what the heck it's called, but like I've got one of the first ones, and it's issue 1 through whatever, and I can't remember. But anyways, before my brain leaks out of my head and I can't think of this. Anything else you want to touch on this before we wrap this up, dude?
I gotta say it's great to see Maggie and Sasha in one piece. Glenn and Abe, not so much.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I'm glad I mentioned that, because that was another thing that pissed me off about Gregory's character. He burns the bodies instead of buries them. That's kind of classless. You have a dead person and you want to honor their death by burying them. They sacrificed everything to help support that compound, and it's a safe zone, and you say, oh well, I'm just going to burn them because it's easier that way. No, if they die, you can easily take a knife, go to the brain, and then you can bury them right after. It's not like they're going to come back to life. Setting them on fire, just all you're doing is making you're kind of giving a walkers an easy location to where, there's something behind that wall, although they can't talk. But they can smell things. And if they smell burning flesh, guess what? They're going to know that something's behind that wall, and they're going to find any way to get inside of it.
Well, fire attracts them. We've seen that a few times throughout this season, especially in the last season when, what was that? Daryl blew up something, and all the walkers came towards that.
That's right. He
burning pond
in a little lake, or that little pond in Alexandria. That was, what was that? That was last season.
No, towards the end of last season.
Yeah, second half of season 6. But other than that, I really got nothing else to say. But it was a good episode. Oh
yeah, it was still. I mean, it was a little, not not the, you know, like I said, it's not the edge of your seat episode where you're losing your mind and you're frustrated, you're terrified, and the gore level is through the window. And no, it was more character development. You know, we saw how Maggie is doing, and that's important. She's alive. We also haven't seen the Hilltop in quite a while either, so that was nice to see that too. Even though, you know, King Gregory, I shouldn't say King Gregory, you know, he's King Shithead. Gregory's an asshole, so.
Yeah, I hate assholes like that.
So, and I didn't take a look at the, I didn't watch The Talking Dead yet. I'll watch that sometime later tonight, as far as the preview for next week. So I don't even have a clue where.
Yeah, I already saw the previews. There was 2 previews to it. Basically, the focus is 2 things. We're going to see an Oceanside with Tara and Heath. We're going to encounter a new group of people, mainly a group of females who have been through this for the longest time, and how they managed to stay, you know, afloat and not broken completely. That's beyond me. Also, we're going to see Rick and them basically gather supplies, and we're going to see a lot of the sanctuary. So we're going to see like 3-4 things broken up all together.
So it's going to kind of jump all over the place next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot.
Cool. Can't wait for that. And to everyone watching, I don't know if I'm going to do another video before Thanksgiving. I kind of doubt it. I was contemplating doing a Metallica CD review, the latest one.
It was awesome.
Yeah, dude. I've listened to it like almost all the way through, with the exception of a couple tracks. You know, because it's like when I'm on here, I'm like multitasking and watching this and watching that, and I jump back and forth between a lot of things. So I'll probably do that within the next week or so, depending on, you know, because I'm going to be out of town a little bit myself for Thanksgiving. But nonetheless, to all of you watching, hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Stay safe.
Yes.
In all your travels and wherever you go. And you too, Stylez. I hope you have a safe trip.
18-hour drive.
Don't do it all yourself, dude. Don't be stubborn. Make sure you share that wheel.
Oh, I definitely will, man.
And we'll see you. Well, if you're going to be out of town till next week, I might do this one solo then on Sunday or Monday, one of the two. We'll see how the weekend goes coming up.
Yeah, I'll be back by Monday night, Tuesday morning.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, maybe you can help me with that Metallica review then. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, that sounds good, man. I'll be more than happy to do that.
Awesome. We'll just bring you in for whatever, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, dude. So this is where we're going to cut it off here. You folks have a good one. Thanks for watching.